Why negative views on Camilla Parker-Bowles always persist. King Charles and Camilla Parker-Bowles have been married for over 18 years, but the British public's opinion of her remains deeply divided. Many people still view her as the other woman who broke up Charles' marriage to Princess Diana, and they refuse to accept her as their queen. But why does the negative public opinion about Camilla Parker-Bowles persist even after all these years? Why is it that Camilla Parker-Bowles is so disliked? In this video, we'll explore the reason why her popularity remains low and why the negative public opinion about Camilla will never change. Number 1. Affair with King Charles. Camilla and Charles' romantic involvement began long before he married Diana in 1981. They had known each other for years and shared a deep connection, which persisted even during Charles' marriage to Diana. While affairs within the royal family were not entirely unheard of, the high-profile nature of this particular liaison and the subsequent breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage brought this affair into the glaring spotlight of public scrutiny. The affair not only undermined the sanctity of Charles and Diana's union, but also had profound implications for Camilla's image. She became synonymous with the perceived cause of the marital turmoil within the royal family. The media dubbed her a homewrecker, a label that clung to her for years. The affair was not just a private matter, it was an affair that involved the future King of England. Consequently, it became a matter of national interest and public discussion. Camilla's association with this affair was a heavy burden to bear, and even though she eventually married Charles in 2005 after Diana's tragic death in 1997, the stain of the affair endures in the public consciousness. Number 2. Negative portrayal in the media. Camilla's entry into the public eye was far from smooth. Camilla's relationship with King Charles was initially concealed from the public eye due to its sensitive nature. However, when it finally came to light, the media portrayed her as a homewrecker. This label stuck and has been a significant contributing factor to the unchanging negative public opinion about her. The media's portrayal of Camilla as a homewrecker stemmed from her involvement with King Charles during his marriage to Princess Diana. The love triangle between Charles, Diana, and Camilla became fodder for tabloids and headlines worldwide. The narrative painted Camilla as the other woman who had come between the fairy tale marriage of the King and Princess of Wales. This negative portrayal tapped into a sense of betrayal and heartbreak felt by the public, who had admired Diana as the people's princess. Camilla became the symbol of what went wrong in the iconic royal marriage. The media's framing not only fueled public anger, but also fostered a lingering perception of Camilla as someone who had wronged a beloved figure. Number 3. Diana's interviews. One of the pivotal moments that solidified the negative public opinion about Camilla was Princess Diana's candid interviews. During these candid conversations with journalists and biographers, Diana famously stated that there were 3 people in her marriage, alluding to the presence of Camilla as a romantic rival. Diana's interviews were a seismic revelation for the world. The People's Princess, as she was affectionately known, had decided to speak openly about her struggles and her fractured marriage to King Charles. Her words resonated deeply with the public, as they humanized a woman who had been idealized as a fairy tale princess. Diana's revelations painted Camilla as a central figure in the breakdown of the royal marriage. The public empathized with Diana's emotional turmoil, and her vulnerability endeared her to millions. As a result, Camilla was cast as the antagonist in this real-life drama, seen as the other woman who had contributed to the dissolution of a beloved royal couple's union. Diana's interviews not only fueled sympathy for her, but also amplified the negative perception of Camilla. They crystallized Camilla's association with the affair and its painful consequences, a connection that remains etched in the public's memory to this day. Number 4. Public sentiment for Diana. Public sentiment for Diana, the people's princess, was a phenomenon unlike any other in the modern history of the British monarchy. Her charm, compassion, and relatability endeared her to millions around the world. As she navigated the royal spotlight, Diana used her platform to advocate for various charitable causes, including those related to children, HIV/AIDS, and landmine clearance. Her genuine connection with the public made her a global icon. Diana's tragic death in 1997 was a watershed moment in history. The outpouring of grief was unprecedented, and it left an indelible mark on the collective memory of a generation. People mourned her loss as if she were a personal friend or family member. Her death elevated her to the status of a beloved martyr. In contrast, Camilla Parker-Bowles became a central figure in the narrative surrounding Diana's marriage to King Charles. Her involvement in the affair and subsequent marriage to Charles cast her as a controversial figure in the eyes of many. The public's attachment to Diana and their enduring sympathy for her created an insurmountable challenge for Camilla in terms of public perception. Even as time has passed and Camilla's taken on more royal responsibilities, the shadow of Diana's legacy looms large. Camilla's efforts to win over the public have been met with mixed results, and many still view her through the lens of their enduring love and admiration for the people's princess. Number 5. Camillagate. One of the most infamous and damaging events that contributed to Camilla Parker-Bowles' enduring negative public image was the scandal known as Camillagate. This incident, which occurred in 1992, was a profound PR disaster for both Camilla and King Charles. The scandals revolved around the release of an intimate phone conversation between King Charles and Camilla. The content of this conversation was not only deeply personal, but also revealed the extent of their relationship, while King Charles was still married to Princess Diana. The public was exposed to their candid and affectionate words, which confirmed the affair that had long been suspected. The fallout from Camillagate was swift and brutal. The British tabloids had a field day portraying Camilla as the other woman who would undermine the marriage of the beloved Princess Diana. The media frenzy intensified the perception of Camilla as a homewrecker and added more fuel to the already raging fire of public disapproval. This scandal not only wounded Camilla's reputation, but also damaged King Charles' standing within the royal family and the broader public eye. It intensified the public's negative sentiment towards Camilla, which persists to this day, as it represented a pivotal moment that exposed the undeniable reality of her affair with the heir to the throne. In the aftermath of Camillagate, it became clear that her association with the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage would forever haunt her image. Number 6. Initial public appearances. When Camilla and Charles began making public appearances together, they faced an uphill battle against intense scrutiny and media backlash. The primary issue was the inevitable comparison with Princess Diana, who had captivated the hearts of the public worldwide. Diana was not only a beloved figure, but also a fashion icon, and her style was emulated and admired globally. Camilla, by contrast, faced the daunting task of stepping into Diana's formidable shadow. Media outlets wasted no time in drawing parallels between the two women, often unfavorably. Every outfit Camilla wore and every public engagement she attended was meticulously dissected and compared to Diana's grace and charisma. This constant scrutiny fueled public criticism and reinforced the perception that Camilla was an inadequate successor to the people's princess. Moreover, the media's portrayal of Camilla as a homewrecker during the early years of her relationship with Charles has already damaged her reputation. The public was not quick to forgive or forget this narrative, and it colored their perceptions of her appearance with King Charles. Number 7. Comparisons with Diana. Camilla's emergence into the royal spotlight occurred against the backdrop of the beloved Princess Diana's legacy. The public adored Diana for her grace, beauty, and relatability. She was seen as a symbol of modernity within the monarchy, connecting with people from all walks of life. When Camilla appeared as the woman by King Charles' side, comparisons to Diana were inevitable, and they were rarely favorable to Camilla. The media, always on the lookout for sensational narratives, portrayed Camilla as an interloper, an outsider who had disrupted the fairy tale romance between Charles and Diana. The stark contrast between Diana's charisma and Camilla's low-key presence intensified public scrutiny. Moreover, Camilla's fashion choices were often compared to Diana's iconic style. This only heightened the perception that she was attempting to step into Diana's shoes, and the public did not take kindly to these comparisons. Each time Camilla appeared in public, she was judged against the impossibly high standards set by her predecessor. Number 8. Reluctance to take on royal duties. Camilla's early reluctance to fully embrace royal duties became a significant factor contributing to the enduring negative public opinions of her. When her relationship with King Charles became more public, many expected her to step into the role of a royal consort with enthusiasm and dedication. However, Camilla appeared hesitant to take on these responsibilities. This reluctance raised questions in the minds of the public and the media about her commitment to the monarchy and her suitability to be a part of it. It seemed as though she was not fully embracing her role, which further fueled skepticism about her intentions and her ability to fill the void left by the beloved Princess Diana. The comparison to Diana, who had been an incredibly active and charismatic figure in her royal duties, only exacerbated this issue. Diana's charisma and dedication to charitable work endeared her to the public, making Camilla's initial reluctance all the more conspicuous. Over time, Camilla's gradually increased her involvement in royal activities and charitable endeavors, but the early years of hesitation have left a lasting impression. This period of uncertainty still lingers in the minds of many, contributing to the perception that she may not be as committed to her royal role as she should be. While Camilla has since made strides in her public duties, the legacy of those initial years of hesitation continues to cast a shadow over her public image. Number 9. Title controversy. The announcement that she would be known as the Duchess of Cornwall rather than the Princess of Wales, a title forever associated with the beloved Princess Diana, stirred a hornet's nest of public opinion and media scrutiny. Camilla's choice of title was not a simple matter of semantics, but rather a poignant symbol of her relationship with King Charles. The title Princess of Wales has been synonymous with Diana, who captured the hearts of people worldwide with her grace and charisma. The public's affection for Diana made this title emotionally charged, and many felt it should remain solely hers, even after her tragic death. Camilla's decision to adopt the title Duchess of Cornwall was seen by some as an attempt to distance herself from the iconic image of Diana and acknowledge the sensitivity of the situation. However, others perceived it as a calculated move to downplay her role and influence within the royal family. This controversy further fueled the negative perception of Camilla. It raised questions about her intentions and whether she truly understood the public's sentiments regarding Diana. Number 10. Public opinion polls. During the early years of Camilla Parker-Bowles' relationship with King Charles, public opinion polls painted a rather unfavorable picture of her suitability to become queen. These polls, conducted by various media outlets, research organizations, and even within the monarchy itself, consistently showed that a significant majority of the British public was against the idea of Camilla ascending to the role of queen consort. The negative sentiment in these polls can be attributed to several factors, many of which we've discussed earlier in this video. The lingering memory of Camilla's extramarital affair with King Charles during his marriage to the beloved Princess Diana had a profound impact on public perception. Many people still associated Camilla with the pain and turmoil that Diana had experienced, making it difficult for them to accept her as a future queen. Additionally, the media's portrayal of Camilla as a homewrecker and constant comparisons with the beloved Diana further fueled the public's reservations. The deep emotional connection that the British public had with Princess Diana, coupled with her untimely death, had created an enduring legacy that was hard to overshadow. Number 11. Failure to attend Diana's memorial. While Camilla's rationale was that she did not want to distract from the event by her presence, it was interpreted by many as a refusal to acknowledge Diana's enduring legacy and a sign of her discomfort in facing the public's continued attachment to the people's princess. For the public, Diana's memory remained vivid, even a decade after her tragic death, and her memorial service was seen as a moment to honor her life and the enduring impact she had on the world. Camilla's absence was viewed by some as a lack of respect, deepening the existing divide between her and those who still held Diana dear. This decision also had repercussions within the royal family. It highlighted the sensitivity of the relationship between Camilla and other members of the monarchy. Some speculated that her absence might have been influenced by concerns about her reception among the attendees, including Diana's sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, who remained deeply connected to their mother's memory. In hindsight, this decision continues to be cited as a missed opportunity for Camilla to bridge the gap between her and the public and perhaps make a dent in the long-standing negative public opinion that surrounds her. Number 12. Media mishaps. Throughout her public life, Camilla Parker-Bowles has found herself at the center of several media mishaps that have further exacerbated her already fragile public image. These incidents, although often minor, have been seized upon by the tabloids and critics, contributing to the negative perception surrounding her. One notable media mishap occurred during a charity event where Camilla made a comment that was widely interpreted as insensitive. In the age of social media and relentless paparazzi coverage, even the smallest slip of the tongue can quickly spiral into a public relations disaster. Camilla's comment was taken out of context and blown out of proportion, with headlines screaming sensationalized versions of the story. Additionally, her body language and facial expressions have been scrutinized to an extreme degree. A momentary frown or a candid snapshot can be misinterpreted and used to paint her in a negative light. In an era where every move is under a microscope, such missteps have played a role in perpetuating the negative narrative. Number 13. Slow acceptance by the royal family. When Camilla's relationship with King Charles became public, it was met with skepticism and resistance within the royal circles. The primary concern was that her past, particularly her association with Charles during his marriage to Princess Diana, would be unwanted scandal and controversy to the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth, the head of the royal family at the time, had her reservations about Camilla. She was deeply protective of the monarchy's image and was aware of the public's attachment to Princess Diana. Accepting Camilla as a legitimate part of the royal family was a delicate balancing act for the queen, who needed to respect her son's wishes while also considering public sentiment. The slow acceptance of Camilla by the royal family was further complicated by the fact that Diana's memory was still fresh in the minds of the public. Diana's untimely death had elevated her to an almost saintly status, making it even more challenging for Camilla to find acceptance. The royal family's cautious approach to Camilla's inclusion in their activities and public appearances reflected their awareness of the delicate nature of the situation. Number 14. Criticism from Diana's friends. Diana's friends, including those within her inner circle, have often publicly criticized their disdain for Camilla's role in Diana's life and her affair with King Charles. Their emotional and candid testimonials have resonated with the public, adding a layer of authenticity to the negative perception of Camilla. Their accounts have further solidified Camilla as a central figure in the tumultuous events of Diana's marriage and divorce. The heartfelt testimonials from Diana's friends have not only kept the memory of the beloved princess alive, but have also perpetuated the notion that Camilla was a disruptive force in Diana's life. These criticisms have made it difficult for Camilla to escape the shadow of her involvement in the royal marriage's breakdown, as the public remains influenced by the perspectives of those who knew Diana best. Number 15. Early life and previous marriage. Before her relationship with King Charles, Camilla was married to Andrew Parker-Bowles. This prior marriage raised eyebrows because the British royal family traditionally held conservative views about divorce. Camilla's marriage to Andrew Parker-Bowles ended in divorce in 1995, a few years before her relationship with King Charles became public. In a society that values the sanctity of marriage, her status as a divorcee was met with skepticism. At the time, the British monarchy had a long history of discouraging divorce among its members, and this has been exemplified by the abdication crisis involving King Edward VIII in 1936. The public and the media often questioned whether someone with a failed marriage should be accepted into the royal family, especially given the significant role that family plays in representing tradition and moral values. This scrutiny of her past relationships added to the challenges Camilla faced in gaining public acceptance, and it was seen by some as a violation of the royal family's moral code. From her early years in the public eye to her evolving role within the royal family, it's clear that perceptions can be challenging to shift. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you believe public opinion about Camilla will ever change? And if so, what factors do you think will influence that change? If you found this video engaging and thought-provoking, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos like this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.